Orlando Brown just dropped a bombshell in his latest video, and it's stirring up drama across the entertainment world. In the video, he names some of the biggest names in the industry, claiming to have had intimate encounters with them. And you won't believe some of the things he says. He talks about Diddy and even hints at some wild things Diddy allegedly wanted him to do. But that's not all. Busta Rhymes, Usher, and Bow Wow are all getting caught up in the mix too. Orlando spills the tea, revealing secret relationships and connections that no one saw coming. One of the most shocking moments, Orlando talks about running into Busta Rhymes at the airport and says Busta acted like he didn't know him, despite their supposed history. And while Orlando denies ever being with Drake, he admits to having a deeper connection with C. Williams. Now fans are going wild, trying to figure out if Orlando's telling the truth or just stirring up drama. Whether you believe his claims or not, it's hard to ignore the names he's dropping and the stories he's telling. This video has everyone talking, and the entertainment world may never be the same. What do you think? Could Orlando be exposing a hidden side of the industry, or is it all just one big lie? Orlando Brown is back in the spotlight, and this time he's making some huge claims that have everyone talking. He's dropping names like Terrence Howard and Usher, but the real shocker comes when he starts talking about Diddy. According to Jaguar Wright, Orlando has been playing the crazy character for years, but she believes it might all be part of a bigger plan. She thinks Orlando could actually be brilliant, and wearing this persona for so long might have a deeper purpose. Orlando doesn't hold back in his video. He's speaking out about Diddy, Jay-Z, and even mentioning Auntie Shawn and Auntie Yanda. He claims that no matter how many contracts Diddy tries to put out on his life, he's not going to stop exposing the truth. Orlando seems fired up, and he is clearly ready to stand by what he's saying. The question is, do you believe Orlando? Is he really telling the truth, or is this all part of his complicated journey in the spotlight? Either way, one thing's for sure. His words are stirring up a lot of buzz, and the entertainment world is on edge. What do you think? Is Orlando Brown exposing hidden secrets, or is he just playing his part in a much bigger story? Orlando Brown is back in the spotlight, and he's making some serious waves. This time, he's speaking out against those who've tried to intimidate him and his family. He's sending a strong message saying no matter how many threats people make or how hard they try to push him away, it won't work. He warns that you shouldn't mess with someone who's already got the power to fight back. And it's clear Orlando is ready to stand his ground. The entertainment world is buzzing with his latest claims, especially when it comes to his alleged connection with Diddy. Rumors are swirling that Diddy may have been sexually interested in Orlando, and the shockwaves from these accusations are hitting hard. As Orlando continues to speak up, people are left wondering how much of this is really true and what's going on behind the scenes. The drama's only getting started, and Orlando isn't backing down. What do you think? Could this be the truth, or is Orlando just stirring things up for attention? One thing's for sure, the conversation around Orlando Brown and Diddy is just getting started, and it's making everyone pay attention. In a recent interview with Cam Capone News, Orlando Brown made some wild claims about a past encounter with Diddy that has everyone talking. He described the moment in his own unique way, joking around and saying, "Yo, Diddy, you gave me the gash," suggesting something intimate between them. He even seemed to laugh it off, saying how much he loved the experience, leaving viewers shocked and curious about the details. But Orlando didn't stop with Diddy. He also named other big names like Usher, Busta Rhymes, and even Will Smith. claiming he had connections with them too. His comments are stirring up serious buzz, and people are now wondering if there's any truth to his bold statements or if this is just another one of Orlando's dramatic revelations. What do you think? Could there be any truth to what Orlando's saying, or is he just playing to the camera? The entertainment world is definitely on edge as everyone tries to figure out what's really going on behind the scenes. And Orlando Brown has dropped some serious bombshells about his past encounters with Diddy that have left people in shock. According to Orlando, Diddy allegedly had a strange habit of watching others engage in sexual acts while he touched himself. But the drama doesn't stop there. There are rumors about a leaked video that reportedly shows Diddy in a sexual encounter with none other than Will Smith. Orlando has confirmed that this video does exist and claims it will be released soon, sparking even more speculation. Now, Will Smith is feeling the heat. Word is he knows the video's coming out and he's trying to distance himself from Diddy as much as possible. At a recent concert in San Diego, Will made it clear he had nothing to do with Diddy, publicly stating that their connection was a thing of the past. The whole situation is creating a frenzy, and fans can't stop talking about it. Will this video truly see the light of day, and how will it affect Will and Diddy's reputations? The drama is just beginning, and everyone is on the edge of their seats. What do you think will happen next? Will Smith has finally addressed the rumors and memes that have been making rounds about him and Diddy. He acknowledges that it's tough to know what's real or fake in today's world. And he's definitely seen all the memes people have been posting. He admits some of them are actually pretty funny. However, Will wanted to make something very clear. He hasn't spoken publicly about this until now. But he's tired of the gossip. So then he says he has no connection to Diddy and wants everyone to stop spreading those rumors. And it's clear that Will is trying to set the record straight and move on from the drama. So what do you think? Is Will really done with the rumors? Or is there more to this story than he's letting on? Will Smith had some strong words to say about the rumors linking him to Diddy. He started off by saying, "I've got enough going on in my life, so don't try to drag me into other people's mess. I haven't been near that man and I haven't done any of that crazy stuff." He made it clear that if anyone says otherwise, they're lying. He even joked, saying, "I don't even like his wife," laughing it off to show how ridiculous the whole thing is. I don't know. It seems Will admitted he usually doesn't respond to rumors because there are always so many out there, but this time he felt the need to speak up. He wanted to make it clear once and for all that the gossip was just nonsense. So, what do you think? Will this put an end to the rumors, or do you think they'll keep coming? Let us know your thoughts. Will Smith recently expressed his frustration with all the memes circulating about him, saying they were going too far and really making him mad. He laughed at how ridiculous some of them were. But he made it clear that he had to speak up and set the record straight. Now, another name that's come up in all this is Busta Rhymes. He's been linked to Orlando Brown and Diddy in some serious accusations. Big homie CC claims that everyone in the industry knows Busta Rhymes likes men, and that when he's at concerts, producers are said to have young minors ready for him. These claims suggest that sexual abuse is a serious problem in Hollywood and the music industry, with young minors allegedly being taken advantage of. What's even more disturbing is the suggestion that some of the biggest stars and powerful figures in Hollywood and politics are helping to cover it up. This is a heavy subject, and it's leaving a lot of people asking how much of it is true and what's really being done to stop it. What do you think about these shocking claims? Is this a wake-up call or just another rumor? Let us know your thoughts. In a recent video, there was talk about Busta Rhymes, and some things were said that might surprise you. According to the person sharing the story, it's actually something that's been known behind the scenes in the industry for a while. Promoters apparently would joke about needing to bring fun boys to certain events for Busta, which points to some uncomfortable truths about his preferences. The speaker even mentioned their time working as a bodyguard for Ghostface Killah, suggesting that this isn't really anything new in the world of hip hop. This raises some serious questions about the music industry and what really happens behind the scenes. What do you think about these claims? Do you think there's more to this than just rumors? Let us know your thoughts. So the person telling this story explains how just by being around certain people, they started hearing some surprising things about Busta Rhymes. You know, they were pretty shocked, especially because their aunt is such a huge Busta fan. She'd always play his music at family cookouts, with his fast rapping and songs with Craig Mack. It was always a part of Busta Rhymes. So hearing all this made even more surprising. So at the time, they were out at a club with a group of people, including Dawn Benjamin, who's a model and also dabbles in music. They were just hanging out, not expecting anything unusual, but it looks like things were about to get interesting. Whew. What do you think is going to happen next? Do you think the story will take an unexpected turn? Let us know what you think. So here's where things get interesting. The person telling the story was out at a club with a small group of people, including a lawyer and a cool guy from LA who happened to be openly gay. Busta Rhymes, who was also at the club, seemed really interested in this guy. He pulled him into his section, guiding him through the ropes and tucking him away in a corner. The speaker thought it was strange because the guy didn't come with their group, but he was still part of their circle. When the speaker goes out, they like to make sure everyone sticks together. But in this case, the guy ended up staying with Busta's group instead. It made the speaker wonder what was really going on. What do you think? Is there more to this story than meets the eye? Let us know your thoughts. This one definitely seems like it's just getting started. In a shocking revelation, Jonathan AI, who was once closely connected to Diddy, has come forward with some wild accusations. Back in May 2018, Jonathan was arrested in connection with a shooting at Trump's National Doral golf course in Miami. During his questioning, he dropped a bombshell. He claimed that Diddy had been using him as a slave and that a gay mafia in Hollywood was controlling him, forcing him to commit crimes. He even mentioned having a close relationship with Rick Ross, hinting at a bigger hidden connection between them. The story is raising a lot of eyebrows. What do you think about these serious allegations? Could this really be happening in Hollywood? Let us know your thoughts. This seems like a story that's only just beginning. Who both D and Ross and C, they all gay, okay? DJK, Rick Ross, and PD, yeah, they all gay. Yeah. Gotcha. All right. D is a Huss supporter. Okay, who supported Hamas, HAS supporter. Okay, I had oh yeah, supporter. Um, okay, I had with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters and heard a lot. Oh, hidden in plain sight. It's hidden. I think I see what you're saying. Okay, how do I know this? Yeah, that's what I want to know. How we'll go naturally to them. Um, I think the first, this recently, Meek Mills has also started making headlines for allegedly being Diddy's sexual partner. There are reports that Meek Mills was secretly in a relationship with Diddy. This relationship is being exposed now because Meek Mills was named in LaRod's lawsuit. There are reports that the relationship between Diddy and Meek Mills started in the early 2000s. And they started hanging out after Diddy took Meek Mill shopping. But going back to the lawsuits, one of the lawsuits that Ass sued was Rodney Little. And Rod Jones, a music producer who apparently worked with Combs on his latest album called Love Jones, says he lived with Combs for a year and witnessed what he claimed was not only debauchery, but also illegal activity. In his lawsuit, Jones named some very well-known celebrities like Cuba Gooding Jr., who he claims sexually assaulted him on a yacht that Combs had rented for a holiday cruise in 2022. Other celebrities' names are redacted from the suit. For example, the lawsuit reads, quote, rapper redacted on Mr. Combs' yacht consorting with underage girl sex workers. Then in a footnote, it says he is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Now, based on that online, Slows quickly deduced that that suit was likely talking about Meek Mill. He dated Nicki Minaj for a couple years between 2015 and 2017, and he was her opening act on a world tour once people decided that the lawsuit was referring to Meek Mill. These rumors started to circulate about his possible involvement or participation in EM's activities. Meek Mill himself has been vocal about his name being brought up alongside allegations of abuse, drug use, sex with underage girls. He has claimed online that his success in the industry, as well as his work to reform the criminal justice system, has made him a target. And Meek Mill is very active on X, formerly Twitter. He has voiced his thoughts about the lawsuit as well as the rumors. In September, he tweeted, quote, from the streets of Philly to becoming a millionaire, to helping reform the system, to bridging a gap of billionaires, to interacting with the rap culture that results in success. It's a lot of people hating on me on the low. They don't play with guns. They do campaigns. And he also tweeted several times about the rumors surrounding his sexuality. For example, one tweet reads, I have the right to say I ain't gay and I'll trash anybody that play with my manhood, LOL. Then earlier this week, he put an offer on the table, a $100,000 reward for anyone who can figure out how he got named in Rodney Jones' lawsuit in the first place. He tweeted, I want to hire an investigative team, $100K cash to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill named to Diddy case. I also want them to look at who is powering the media involving Meek, anything to do with Buddy, and then in quotes, something not right. And then he followed that up minutes later with, the streets know what's up with me. That's not the case. We talking about business sides, somebody powering these bad campaigns with Meek Mill. Again, I got 100K for a thorough investigation of what's powering and how exactly my name connect to the SCON deal. Has also gone over the situation and said that his people in Philadelphia know that Meek Mill was involved with Diddy, allegedly. Meek Mill's got into a relationship with Diddy so Diddy could help him grow his career. This industry is based on sexual favors. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Danny Masterson, and R. Kelly all used sexual favors as a form of currency. And that's what Diddy did with his artists too. Usher became a hit because he did whatever he asked him to do. Meek Mill's, well, he said a Philly rapper, you understand? And it was rejected in the paperwork to that. Because first of all, it had Meek Mill's, it had Stevie J. They had rejected their names, and they had Usher, and they rejected their names and just said a performer of the Super Bowl and a Philly rapper. Everybody kind of knew back in the day that Meek Mill's and Puff was a little too friendly. Anytime two rappers or two people in the industry come dressed up alike on more than one occasion, my man, listen here, man. My dudes in Philly. I got some real strong dudes in Philly. They don't play that politics, and they're probably embarrassed for the fact to see that Meek Mill's, one of the street guys that came out of there, got caught up in this Holly Witch, whereas he's dressing like, he dressed in the same way. He dressing like Diddy, hugged up with Diddy. I think that I know a lot of but I know this two men dressed alike, just like two men laying down tapes of Diddy's sexual encounters circulating on the internet and have allegedly been handed over to the FBI to Courtney Burgess, a man closely associated with Diddy and his ex-wife Kim Porter, has come forward and testified in front of a grand jury. Courtney claims that Kim Porter gave him of Diddy's freak-off tapes, plus her memoir. This memoir has detailed descriptions of how Diddy was carrying out his operation, and this has now been handed over to the FBI. And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could given the limitations imposed on him. After testifying before the grand jury, out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage? 2 males, and of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs? This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if they were let me rephrase it. Based on, yes, understand out of the 8 celebrities, this person participating, we want to do as much due diligence as humanly possible before we file that case, because in the United States, in almost every state, public filings are in fact public. And, you know, when you've named somebody in a lawsuit, the press is going to pick it up. And we're aware of that. So we're going to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's. And I expect that there will be some people named in these lawsuits that will raise some eyebrows. Another instance, another minor told allegedly by Shan Combs that he would make him a star, but he needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex upon him. Another incident, an individual, 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party. was drugged and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual minor was raped, and then other individuals took turns raping people who had followed her. Um, Her husband, Matt, said he heard a gun go off. Um, the first husband was chasing a drink during the ride. And the next day, she was picked up from the airport by Mr. Combs and a few others in a black SUV. She was given a drink during the ride, and the next thing she remembers was waking up the next day confused and in pain with no idea what had happened. She felt physical damage to both her vagina and anus, realizing her underwear and shoes were missing. She was in a separate incident. An adult woman was attending a group dinner, allegedly with Shan Combs, when something troubling occurred. This version aims to be clearer and more accessible for the reader. Let me know if you'd like any more changes. Uzzi's was in Miami. She wasn't drinking because she was pregnant, but whatever she had at the table, according to her, was spiked with something. She blacked out and woke up in the same bed, allegedly at Mr. Combs' mansion. Her vagina and anus were sore and torn. As these stories unfold, more and more secrets about Hollywood's dark side. So what do you think about Orlando's claims? Are these shocking accusations just the beginning, or is there more to uncover? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Your thoughts matter.